Facebook recently reached a milestone, 500 million viewers, surely you heard, and advertisers heard as well. They are looking to tap that potential. According to digital advertising research firm eMarketer, ad spending on social media sites is expected to rise 29% next year to $4.26 billion from an estimated $3.3 billion this year. Right now, we're joined by eMarketer senior analyst Deborah Williamson. And Deborah, first of all, thanks for joining us. Anybody could have seen this trend coming. In the last few months, we've heard more and more about very successful, at least in regards to their popularity, campaigns for, consumer household products on social networking or on YouTube. Does this just continue?
Yeah, the growth is really amazing. And when you're talking about social networks, especially in the U.S., you're really talking about Facebook. And Facebook's growth has been quite dramatic, particularly in the past few months. Sheryl Sandberg, the top executive there, said that advertisers were increasing their spending up to tenfold in just the past couple of months. And looking forward, I don't see any signs of that stopping.
All right, so good for Facebook, but Deborah, not so great for MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace has been undergoing a transformation. MySpace has been undergoing a transformation. It's refocusing itself on its roots, a youth-oriented entertainment portal. It's doing okay. It's expected to offer a new version of the site this fall, and we expect it to generate about $347 million worldwide in ad spending. So, it's not small potatoes, but it's definitely not as big as Facebook.
I will say, we're just showing some video here of MySpace, and you see a lot of bands going by on that video. That MySpace has become really a thing that musicians use to give you a free access to their content.
And that's the way MySpace started out historically. So in some respects, it is a smart move for them to go back to what were their roots and what were their key strengths.
What about, Deborah, what about advertising online in general? We heard so much about the most interesting man in the world from Dos Equis. We heard a lot about the Old Spice guy on YouTube. Everybody's clicking on these things. Is that kind of picking up, that kind of sort of guerrilla viral marketing campaigning?
I definitely think so. Not every advertiser is going to have the kind of success that Old Spice has had with the Old Spice man, but definitely, marketers really are looking to catch people's attention and to engage consumers. And if they can strike a chord, they're going to go for it. And the more you see successes, the more marketers are going to be able to learn from that. And I think it's going to be really powerful.
How powerful?
Well, we estimate that this year, social network advertising spending is going to account for 6.7% of all U.S. online ad spending. And next year, that's expected to grow to 7.7%, so a full percentage point, up to $2 billion in the U.S. Out of $27 billion in total U.S. online ad spending. So, again, this is not changing. People are spending more and more time in social destinations, and advertisers want to reach people where they're at.
You mentioned Facebook is dominant, obviously, among social networks, but it is kind of fragmented. You see more business people or older people using LinkedIn. Facebook tends to be where all the kids go. You've got, Twitter, everybody in Washington uses. Do you see advertisers able to target different market segments with different sites?
Definitely with different sites, but even within Facebook. One of Facebook's key strengths is its targeting system. Advertisers can pick as big an audience as they want to reach or as small an audience as they want to reach. And that's really powerful, and that's what's driving a lot of the attention. But you're right. Twitter is definitely attracting advertisers' attention. It's just rolled out its ad program a couple of months ago, and it's just starting to gain some traction. MySpace with the youth audience, LinkedIn with the business audience. LinkedIn competes very heavily with some of the major business outlets online. So you're seeing a lot of opportunities for all different types of marketers to reach their consumers in social spaces.
All right, we got to run. Deborah, good to get some time with you. Deborah Williamson, senior analyst over at eMarketer.
Thanks for having me.